Whoa.
We're live. We're not even caring. We're not even gonna do a proper intro. We're ranting over here, bruv. It's us. It's the panel. It's Armory TV.
It's stress.
Stress.
Preach.
Therapy session. Therapy session. Part two. Part 10 probably this season. Let's do it. Afternoon, my people. Welcome back. It's the Armory TV match reaction. Arsenal 0, Burnley 0, 4 draw. Gunnar Lex, give me something to make me feel a bit better.
Listen, I've got nothing. I've got zero things I can give you. Literally, no pun intended. But boy, that game. How many times have we said this season? Wait, this January. That's the worst performance we've seen. That's the worst performance we've seen. Literally, what we've had like what two? I don't even know if we had 3 shots on target. Nothing. How many corners we had? Nothing. Like literally, we've only scored
11,
one
12,
goal this
something.
whole month. We've got a depleted squad. They knew that AFCON was coming. And what are we doing? We just letting players go out in loan. Got Ganduzi out on loan, Tuera out on loan, Nate Lyles out on loan from this month. Listen, I
Rex
can't
is
remember
ready.
what
bro.
I
I'm
want
with
to
you.
say. I'm
Hold
so
on.
dumb, but this is the
Now
frustration. Like, after the Liverpool game, I was a
get it
little
out.
bit, all right, I'm cool. It's Carling Cup. We get out, go to Burnley, we get the 3 points, and we're back in the race for the top 4. But now, United are winning. Tottenham are winning. Tottenham playing against Chelsea. If they get a result, boy, I don't even know what to say no more.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. And we're gonna get into we're gonna get a lot more in depth. But let's introduce my guy. He's got the shades
Bruv.
on. I think he's trying to do a men. I hope you got that
You
Men
know
in
what
Black
I'm
thing. You know the thing where you got
Yeah,
the
to
glasses on.
forget,
And
just to forget what just
just
happened.
wipe,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
go,
yeah. That's right. Wipe it,
just go,
wipe a
just go
clean
back to
slate.
December or something. Yeah, just wipe out this whole January month for me, please. I beg you,
Look,
Nigel. What are
look.
you saying?
As much as I'm like disappointed with this performance, I'd like to say I prepared myself this season for periods like this because everyone was screaming, "Oh, we've made progress. We've made progress." Look, I'm not ready to talk about whether we've made progress yet until the end of the season. Because if we go through the season and we finish 7th or 8th, for me that's no progress. If we end the season finishing in the top 6, then that's progress from last season. So I can at least say progress is made. So far, we're doing similar things. We'll go on a couple of game run, then we'll not perform for a couple of games, then we'll win some games back to back, get confident. Like this period keeps happening, and the reason why it happens is because we don't have enough depth in our squad. There's not enough competition. I don't understand why we're nearly at the end of January and we still haven't made any reinforcements.
No
Look,
one.
a lot of teams have done their business at the start of the transfer window. We needed players early because of the games that we had in January, not just because we needed them because we had important games in January. And look where it finds us. And
I'll ask you this
today,
question. Sorry,
today,
Nigel. How is Aston Villa got Coutinho? I hear Brentford getting Ericsson. Do you know? I'm not saying they're the answers, but how is Aston Villa and Brentford getting midfielders, and we're just giving it away? Answer the like. Oh,
Yeah,
bruv,
I think this is the frustration. I think it's the amount of
oh,
time it's taken, especially knowing you had Afcon. Like so,
it's not a
to
new
me,
thing.
yeah. And it looked at it today. I'm watching the game. You can see changes were needed. Saka didn't have his best game, but there's no one to even. You're bringing a Murray Hutchinson on. The only other change I could have made is bring on Tavares and playing left wing and then move Martin. But you just even with Eddie coming on, it's just a throwing
No
a
ideas
hope in it.
at
It's a bit
all.
of hope in it, like more than
Yeah.
if you're bringing on, say, Pepe or usually watch United, they're bringing on Rashford or Sancho or do you know what I mean? Cavani. You're bringing on someone who you think is going to make an impact. Whereas, yeah, we're looking around and they're saying, yeah, he plays that position, he can maybe have a go. Like we're going to come unstuck. And yeah, for me,
Yeah,
that's
but
the biggest frustration. It's that failure to prepare, isn't it? Like, and actually execute. Like we knew we needed someone, and no one's come through the door. But we could save this for gunslingers because it has been a bad January, and I'm sure we're going to get onto that on gunslingers midweek. But let's just take this game as it was going into it, starting 11. Any complaints? Kind of all we could really do. Obviously, Tomiyasu came straight back out. Ben White played right back, holding centre back. Apart from that, the rest of it kind of picked itself. Would you like to see something different, or was you just saying that's all we could have really played?
personally, controversially, maybe I would have put Chambers in the midfield as well because
Was Chambers on the bench?
Yeah, Chambers was on the bench. Like Lokonga was lost in midfield in midweek against Liverpool. Like it was only going to be lost in midfield again today. Like the poor boy. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely a good player for the future, but he's just lost. He's all there by himself. Like I spoke to you, especially Gumza, earlier in the season. You talked about having Smith Rowe and Odegaard in the midfield three, and I said no, I don't like the look of that because it just looks too thin in the middle of the midfield. And we didn't even win a lot of possession in midfield, which meant our attackers just had to find their way into the game, like create things on their own. Whereas if our midfield was stronger or at least had some legs in it, then we would have had a better chance of winning this game. And I would have put Chambers in the starting lineup personally.
I think the issue we got at the moment is start of the season, teams were coming to press us, and that almost plays into our hands because we want to beat the press by playing football. What I've seen the last few weeks is teams aren't pressing us no more. They're kind of just standing off and saying, right, break us down. And look, we haven't got the answers to break it down at the moment. And it's definitely like a lack of creativity if teams aren't coming at us. When teams come at you, you can open up space and now all of a sudden we can now flourish in them areas. But today, we struggle to create anything. Like, I think that one chance where Lacazette should have done better. You just hit the target, but again, it's difficult kind of opportunity. But you expect
Lacazette
a
should have
striker
scored
to
today,
score.
definitely.
You expect a striker to score that. You expect a striker to score. But apart from that, and that was again like what we called for last week. I don't know who's on the stream on the reaction. I think you was on it, Lex, weren't it? We were saying about Smith Rowe needs to try and run behind. Get Smith, got to make them runs behind, and he did it the once, and he opened up the space, and we almost scored from it. Like there just needs to be that little bit of Martinelli does it, but no one else really does it. Like no one really just tries to just make something happen out of nothing. And I think this is our next problem now: is teams are going to start sitting off us and saying break us down. So Lex, what do you think the answer is to kind of get around this problem? Is it now getting a big striker up there and just having a different route to goal? Because we can't always just open teams up. Having someone in the box who can head might be a difference. Like a few good crosses went in, and this is, you just unless Gabriel's up there, who's going to win the header?
Yeah, I mean, I did say in the preview show that my prediction was going to be like 1-0, and that's because I didn't think we had much creativity going forward. What the answer is is not having Eddie and Ketia coming in for the last 20 minutes. I'll tell you that.
As soon as Eddie gets the call, then I know the game's over already. I know the game's over. As soon as Eddie gets the call, game's over.
You need to get someone else in, but I don't want to go back to it because I know it's just it's a broken record. But I said the Bamyan thing is either going to make or break, and I don't want to keep talking about it. But the thing is, if you're going to exile him, all right, cool, you do that, but get backup reinforces. Do you know what I mean? Because otherwise, like I said, Pepe in this sort of game, he could have maybe come on and made a little bit of difference. We don't know, but he's in AFCON, so you got to have someone else there. And the thing is, we're putting some crosses in and having all those corners, but there's no one there to win the ball. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to have someone that's that vocal point to actually, try and challenge in the air. So you have to kind of change up the game. But the thing is, we've got no one that can, like you said, Smith Rowe done it that once where he broke through the lines. But apart from that, we've got no one else.
Yeah.
You know the funny thing though, Lex?
So
the funny thing about this game as well, like to be fair, as dull as the game was, as there was nothing happening in the game, I'd throw in Amari Hutchinson. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Might
Give
as
him
well.
20 minutes. Like, why not? Like, why not? He's in the squad. Give him a chance. Give him something different because we've got nothing else. Why not? But he keeps it the same and throws on Nketiah when every time Nketiah's come on, nothing's really popped off all season, especially in the Premier League.
I'm not mad at Nketiah coming on. I think like again, I know you lot don't like him, and I get that. But even when I watch him, he does a little something more than some of them. At least he's trying to commit a player, drive with the ball.
Bro,
like
my issue's not with Eddie. It's the fact
but when
that
he's had his
we have
chances,
to
he's
draw
never
Eddie every time, and he doesn't really.
Yeah. I hear you. But again, it's just sometimes it's that intensity to make things happen. So I'd look at someone like Diego Jota. Okay, I look at Liverpool's front three. Liverpool's front three ain't big. Mane, Salah, Firmino, and Jota ain't big, but they score quite a few headers, and it's just intensity and intent to actually go and score them. So balls are going in. Saka's not even trying to get at him, but he's hanging out at the back for a drop off, and then Lacazette's in the middle with maybe 2 or 3 people around him. Like there's no, I'm going to take a chance and try and get around the back. Do you know what I mean? And then we actually don't even cross on the right hand side. So Martinelli's someone who I think will actually try and challenge, and we don't even seem to cross from the right hand side. So there's definitely, obviously, I think we're all happy with our 11 when the 11 starts, but after that there seems to be some issues. And anytime we get an injury, again, Ben White playing at right back, not bad, but I would actually rather see a natural right back play there, even if it's a youngster, because he just doesn't offer anything attacking wise. Saka's got the ball, no one's going overlapping.
Yeah,
like that creates a bit of space. Do you know what I mean? It's playing again. What's the saying? Square pegs in round holes. Like we're filling the team. We're actually, like you're saying, Amari Hutchinson might have been a good option to come on today. Something different. Like
I mean, we played to Burnley's
he have a point
strength.
to prove his debut.
Exactly.
We played to Burnley's strengths, and there's the thing for them. They're thinking, "Wow, if this is the way Arsenal was going to play, this is perfect. This is what they've been they're practicing the training ground all day in, day out. That's how Burnley's set up. Do you know what I mean? This sort of games, this is perfect for them. We played to their strengths, and we had no other game plan, no other change, or it's kind of almost going back to, how at the beginning of the season when we said we didn't have that identity. That's what I've seen in the last couple of games after the Man City game. We've kind of gone back to that mold.
Yeah. And again, it's if your plan A is not working, you should have a plan B. And we just don't have it.
He doesn't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He actually doesn't have a plan B.
Even the personnel we have doesn't give you the option of a plan B. So this is why when we was talking before, I would take a Calvert-Lewin just to give you something different. But we're moaning, but this is what it is. One half decent ball into the box, and he creates mayhem. Like again, Gabriel's got in the box twice from a cross.
I prefer Richarlison to Calvert-Lewin.
But again, I think that's much of the same sometimes with that one. I would take him because again, he could play different positions, but it's sometimes you need that plan B. We always used to get onto Giroud's back, but sometimes that is what's needed. Against a team like Burnley, just that presence alone would make a big difference for me. But let's get to some comments quickly and then we'll move on. So Big Dogs is saying Beck's young coach in world football. I'm not too sure what he's talking about there. We were so flat today. Terrible January. Yeah, it's definitely dry January at the Emirates at the moment, man. We no alcohol and no goals. That's what we're dealing with. Trust the process, lads. The bumps and the like. There are always going to be some bumps, but I think it's the manner again, isn't it? Like Lisa and Lex is talking facts. Shambles of a board. We have no depth. Again, I don't think that's even the board problem. I think that's Arteta and Edu. I always try and put the blame where it needs to be. Board are actively giving them money, but they haven't got the transfers over the line, so that's down on them too. Nigel. However, for me personally, the only progress is top 4, but it's far from an achievement. I think that's difficult, but I think we're in a good.
This squad can definitely not finish in the top 4. This one, as is. If we get some reinforcements, then there's a outside chance. But as is, we can never finish in top 4 with what we've got right now.
I think the only reason we got top 4 is because other teams have been just as bad as us. Like, if Man United done what Man United should have done this season, we'd be looking at fifth and sixth with Tottenham. Like, but Man United haven't had a great season, which means we're in with a chance. But yeah, how we're playing like this.
Anyone can be in the top 4 during the season, bro. It's at the end of the season what position you're in, bro. Anyone can do that.
100%. He said he wished his game wasn't postponed so he didn't have to watch it. Terrible performance. No wins in Jan, yet the frauds get the 2-year extension. Yeah. I wanted to see a reaction after Thursday. I didn't see it. All those corners and possession. Eddie has to go. We need at least 2 before. Oh, we need at least 2 before deadline day. Yeah, I agree with that. But again, just having different options, just different players to come on to cause some threats. There was just no. Again, sometimes maybe even change the formation up. Something. Do you know what I mean? Like
something, bro.
He's got to take some accountability, and also the players have to take some accountability.
But the thing is,
for sure,
Arteta's got enough time to prepare for the games. Now we're out of this cups. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the next game is 18 days. You got enough time. Like,
there's no excuse now. After Feb now, there's no excuses. Like, yes, we're not saying we're going to win every game. Like, January is a horrible month with a lot of games, but we've had a couple of cancellations. But again, when you then look at it, I think actually we haven't had players training. After this, like, there is no excuses now. Like, yes, I'm not saying we're going to get top 4. I'm not saying we're going to win every game, but there's some teams which you got to beat. Yes, Burnley are fighting for their lives, and you saw that in how they played today. But again, it's just that for me, just try something different. Then maybe throw on a Tavares, go 5 at the back, bring Saka a bit deeper, so you've got an extra pair of legs coming from deep, like to create some overloads. Like, it's just try something different.
Bro,
something different. Any bright sparks for you today, Lex?
I'm struggling. You put me on a spot there. I know it sounds so bad, but bright sparks. Oh my god.
If you ain't got none, you ain't got to find one. Don't search.
We didn't concede, but I haven't really got much.
Nigel, anything you can take from this game to feel like
there's
some light at the end of the tunnel?
Martinelli still looks busy. That's about it, really.
I agree.
But we got a long way to our next game now, so there's no excuses to. Obviously, players will be back. The problem is in the midfield. If we don't have Xhaka and Partey, the midfield looks completely flat. The problem is the best we've got is Xhaka. While that's still an issue, we're still going to have these issues where we don't finish in the top 4. If we can like either fix that till the summer with like a Wijnaldum, that's who I really want because he's got Premier League experience, or look long term and get a Guimaraes, then we can start talking about getting some consistent performances and talking about potential top 4. But until that, everyone should just calm down and listen to what I said from the start of the season, 90 minutes at a time. That's how you can look at Arsenal. That's it.
I hear that. We're going to get to this comment here. Yeah, we ain't getting top 4, but a better manager gets his squad top 4, which is why I think Conte will get Spurs top 4. He's got a point because Spurs are looking at the moment in the best position out of the rest. And I can't say their squad's better than ours. But what Conte seems to be doing, he seems to be winning games where it looks like Tottenham a year ago or 6 months ago would have drawn that game or lost it. He seems to be getting results. Again, this is why this week was horrible for me, though. Like, United nicked one.
Even the difference between us and Spurs, guys.
Go on.
It hurts me to say it. They've got 2 world-class players. We don't.
Yeah. I think that's the difference. Kane would sometimes drag it, or Son would drag something out. A game like that is where you need a spark, isn't it? Someone to just do something special or finish something, and we seem to lack that.
We don't have that.
So this has been the week from hell. Tottenham coming back from death, from the gulag, and nicking 2 late ones to win a game. United got a late one again against West Ham.
Yeah.
Even against who did they play the other day? Brentford. They should have been 2-0 down at half time.
Yeah, exactly.
Should have been 2 down.
It's been horrid. January has been horrid.
Yeah, it's been horrible.
Period.
But what we saw after the international break in September, when we had a bad start, or August, whenever it was, we came back from the international break and we kicked on. So I'm hoping after these 18 days of rest, recuperation, let's get some warm weather training.
That's a long time,
And again, it might need that 5 days out of the country, go and get a bit of sunshine, get a bit of team building going again, and get a good feeling back in there. Like hard work sometimes
they
isn't
deserve
always
it?
the answer.
Do
They
deserve
probably
it?
don't.
Unless you're going
They
up
don't.
to Scotland or something.
They
Do you know what I
don't.
mean?
But if that's what it takes, then do what it takes. 5 days somewhere, go Marbella for 5 days or somewhere like that. Get some warm
What?
weather
More
training.
better for 5 days.
Get
Listen.
some warm
And
weather.
guess what's happening, Gumza?
Go on.
The return of Nicolas Pepe, bro.
Yeah, for real.
We got that to look forward to, yeah. See, that's
man.
the only thing we got to look forward to.
To be fair, but in years gone by, Pepe does kick into gear from March time. He starts to show a little something. So maybe we just get through winter.
Let's
When
see.
spring comes, it's like the blossoming of Pepe again, and then
Let's hope
hopefully
so,
he can
man.
drag
Let's
us over
hope
the
so.
line. But what do you want to see in the next? Obviously, we got 7-8 days of the transfer window left. What's the minimum for you? The minimum, Lex. 2 players.
Two.
What
After today's game, hopefully it's forced their hand. They need reinforcements. They put themselves in this situation, so you have to go and get it. Get 2. I want a midfielder and a striker. Bam. Get it done. Get it done.
There's no excuse for a team like Arsenal to be in a situation like this. There's no excuse for
None.
that. So they have to get it done. So minimum 2. Really, I want 3, but minimum 2.
I hear
Minimum.
You. I hear you.
There'll be a loan and a like a loan for a midfielder. I don't mind, and a big striker coming, either like a Jonathan David or forget this Vlahovic guy, but if he doesn't want to come to us, forget it.
You moving on, yeah? Hold on. Pyro's here. He's not happy. Pyro's come. I'm Arteta out. The players look exhausted. The squad management has been atrocious. Again, I can't argue with it, but at the same time, we've got what we got, and again, that's where he has got to take responsibility because he's loaning out players where maybe you shouldn't have loaned them out just now. You could have been given a little break. He Maitland-Niles could play anywhere on the park. Like he could have been playing right wing. He's not going to be the greatest. Again, you Tavares, get him on the pitch, let him run. Hutchinson, let him have a run out. Like he can't do no worse than some of these players have done the last few games. So yeah, he's got to take some responsibility. You shouldn't be loaning players out if what you've got isn't. Not saying it's not better, but yeah, we're in a bad situation. So, but hopefully he's got 8 days to address it. We both, 2 of you said they want 2. I want 3. I'll be honest. I feel we should still even target someone else. There's got to be some players out there somewhere who aren't getting minutes and can come and do a little something for me. Do you know what? I'll be real. I'll be eyeing up Rafinha. I'll be eyeing up Rafinha from Leeds. I'll be eyeing up a midfielder, whichever one that is, and then the striker.
The guy said Rafinha, you know.
That's my guy. That is my baller, bro. If we don't get the striker, I'll be going heavy for him. I'll be going heavy for him. Yeah. Boys, a couple of Arteta's out. Big Dogs is here.
Nah, Arteta in, man. Give him to the end of the season, guys, man.
He's wasting time.
Don't give him that new contract yet, though. Hold it.
Yeah, definitely don't give him that new contract.
Nah, man. Don't
new contract yet.
Guys, be reasonable to the end of the season. There's still a lot of games to play, man. Be reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. So Pyro's here again. He's saying he's run Laka and Saka into the ground. Tommy wasn't fit. Partey rushed back, refused to play Pepe, refused to play Abba, letting Aiders and Maitland-Niles go. Yeah, there's some questionable ones in there. Like he's definitely got a lot to answer for.
A lot to answer to.
Yeah.
A lot of inexperienced decisions.
And he said, I've been Arteta out for a long time. Fair enough.
Dogs, relax, man. Chill out, man. Come on.
I can't tell you how to feel. Again, it's frustrating. We should be doing better in these kind of games. And we keep falling short. Like these are must-win games in the race.
Who we got next?
But yeah, he always seems to pop up on days like this. Where is Canners? We got Wolves next. Okay. Where's Bance and Bobblehead? Where's Gunner Queen? Where is James Ramsdale? I know where Canners is. Canners is outside the stadium protesting. Bance and Bobblehead. He's looking after the kids. Gunner King's out on a date. James Ramsdale's just having a little ice bath. So they'll be back soon. Karen saying get Agent Gabriel on it, then seeing as he's Rafinha's friend. Yeah, man, just tap him up.
That would be nice.
Barbados. Yeah, we'll take him. And Barbados is taking the mick. Big Phil's taking the mick. Oh yeah, now.
Leave him, man. But
Yeah,
pops his head around when we have poor performances. I know
I
how
hear
it
that.
goes.
I hear that.
Would you, we've got one
Go on,
question. I know it's not a transfer show, but would you take Dembele?
Nah.
Yeah, on loan.
Nah.
Yes, in a heartbeat.
On loan? Okay, on loan. Yeah.
But
Maybe.
again, it's something like that is what could have made the difference today. Just someone who can just, do you know what I mean? Bring on, do a little bit. Like,
on loan, for sure.
yeah, I would take it. I wouldn't anything longer than a year loan or anything. What else he got left of his contract? 6 months.
6 months.
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah. If you got him at cut price, 15, 20 mil, something silly like that, then you take it. But
Nah, bro, he's too injury prone to pay any money.
that's peanuts though. That's
Wages,
peanuts.
though. His wages are high.
Yeah, that would be the killing point,
that.
sticking point. But yeah, if I could get him to the end of the season, definitely. And then MUFC saying, would you take Suarez at Arsenal? What sort of about? Would you?
I wouldn't mind him, you know. I wouldn't mind him as a little.
Still got a bit to offer, you reckon?
Last 25 minutes of games.
It's better than bringing on Nketiah, I suppose.
Definitely, mate. Definitely.
True.
It can't get any worse than Eddie. It can't get any worse.
Leave my guy.
Right.
But
right,
we're gonna wrap it up.
Leave my guy. Leave Eddie, bro.
Let's wrap this one up. Therapy's over for another week. Any last words, Lex? Come on, give me some positive.
Get the players in, man. Get the job done. Arteta, they need to get at least 2 players in. That's my last words.
Niger?
I'm glad we got a long rest now to our next game. We need to get some players in. Partey and number 34 will be back, I guess. So that makes us a bit stronger. But we need at least 2 players in the January window. And who knows how the season could end.
I'm with you on that. And from me, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. It's been a long week.
Super Eagles.
Yeah. What's the games today? Cup of Nations.
I don't know about the other games, but I know we play against Tunisia.
When's your game tomorrow?
No, our game's tonight. In like an hour and a half.
All right. You doing a live stream for it or?
No, I'm going to do a reaction show though.
All right. Decent. Cool. We'll catch up while we watch. I'll be tuned into that. Decent. All right, guys. Pleasure as always. Arsenal, you got 18 days to your next game and 7 days to the windows closed. Get some business done. Yeah. And we out of here.